Waiheke Island, just a short 35-minute ferry ride from Auckland. Most people treat it as a quick day trip, but we made it our very first stop after landing in New Zealand. And it was the perfect way to decompress and get into that laid back Kiwi mindset. From award winning wineries with incredible food and jaw dropping views to gourmet olive oil tastings and craft beer and spirits, let us show you why Waiheke should be your first stop in New Zealand. Let's jump right in to where Waiheke Island is located and how to get there from Auckland. After a long international flight, the quickest way from the airport to the downtown ferry terminal is by taxi, Uber, or a pre booked transfer. We opted for a private transfer because we were not sure how tired we'd be and just wanted to make things as easy as possible. Once at the terminal, we purchased two adult tickets, and the best part is the return ticket is valid for a whole year. The line for the ferry can look a little overwhelming at first, but don't stress, it actually moves pretty quickly. The ferries run every 30 minutes, so you'll have plenty of opportunities to catch one. You can absolutely bring your luggage on the ferry. There's a small dedicated area for bags near the entrance. We just left ours there unattended and it was totally fine. It took about 35 minutes to get from Auckland to the Matiatia ferry terminal on Waiheke Island. Once we were on the island, we hit our next challenge. How would we actually get around? The island is not walkable. There are very few sidewalks and a ton of hills, and everything is really spread out. So basically, you have three options. One, take a bus. While the bus system is pretty extensive, if you're not staying on the main route, you could find yourself having to walk 15 minutes or more up some very steep terrain. Two, rent a car from the ferry terminal. Depending on when you visit, you may need to book a car pretty far in advance. Or three, take a taxi. Taxis are very easy to get at the ferry terminal, but not so easy everywhere else on the island. And Ubers are not on the island. Instead, they use an app called Your Ride. The only problem is you must have a New Zealand phone number to register. So really the only way to get a taxi is to call or book online. And the last taxi tip I want to mention is that all taxis typically take credit cards or cash. Next, let's talk about lodging. You will not find any large hotel chains, but there are a few small resorts on the island. There are also some pretty incredible Airbnbs that encourage you to disconnect and relax, like Lover's Point. Up an incredibly steep driveway, and then down a narrow cliffside path, passing the only toilet on the premises, you arrive to the cliffside retreat of Lover's Point. Here's what made this stay so special and a little different. It only has one bedroom, a compact kitchenette that functions on minimal electricity, no Wi-Fi, and just an outdoor shower. We spent our evenings on the deck listening to the birds with zero notifications, and it was the perfect way to reset after a long journey.
We just had our very first night on New Zealand.
And it's beautiful here. We're in this really cool Airbnb that's on the water, secluded kind of from everyone. We don't have an indoor bathroom. We have a porta potty
There's
and
an outdoor shower.
no air conditioning, anything like that. So we just have the windows open, netting around the bed, and it's beautiful.
Usually on our vacations, we just get off the plane and go, go, go. Here, we sat and looked at the water for about 5 hours. We got almost 12 hours of sleep last night, which was much needed.
Yeah, after a 33-hour travel day. Today we're going to be doing a wine tour, brewery tour, and
Whiskey.
around Waiheke Island.
Looking at a map, it seems to be very densely populated with wineries. So they're very proud of their wine, so we're excited to try it out.
That leads into our next section, things to do. There's multiple ways to visit Waiheke's wineries. We opted for a small group gourmet tour. The tour visited 4 fantastic stops over about 5 hours and was a great way to see the island from a local. We started at Mudbrick Vineyard, one of the world's top wedding venues, and I could see why. The setting is stunning with beautiful Mediterranean-style landscape and buildings and a view of the Gulf. You might actually think you're in Greece. We enjoyed Mudbrick so much that we made sunset dinner reservations to go back later that evening. The wine, food, and view did not disappoint. Our second stop was the Heke, a brewery, distillery, and restaurant set on an expansive garden grounds. We tried their Heke lager during a behind-the-scenes tour and ended with a whiskey flight. My favorite was the Fire in the Hole, which kind of reminded me of Fireball. If we had more time, we definitely would have loved to go back to the Heke to try out more beers and their restaurant. Our next stop was Batch Winery, which sits at one of the tallest points on the island. Their small batch wines have a unique character thanks to their altitude. I loved that they provided sunscreen so you can enjoy your wine outside, or you can get an open air table inside and still enjoy the view. Our tour included the batch platter, a New Zealand style charcuterie board with meats, cheeses, local mussels, olives, and even corn fritters that were delicious. Our tour ended with a surprise stop at Allpress Olive Groves, where we learned how they grow and press world-class extra virgin olive oil right there on the island's volcanic soil, followed by a proper tasting of all of their olive oils ranging from peppery to smooth and buttery. Waiheke ended up being the perfect first stop in New Zealand. It's easy to get to from Auckland, relatively simple to get around once you're on the island, and instantly slows you down in the best way. Between wineries, the food, and incredible places to stay, it's the perfect way to ease into your New Zealand itinerary. Thanks for watching! We hope this video gives you some ideas for your New Zealand vacation. And if you like this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to get the latest content.